Showers of blessings, everyone. Welcome to Living Single and Satisfied. Today we're going to talk about part 3 of Living Single and Satisfied. In part 1, we discussed the fact that a person has to accept being single again. In part 2, we talked about staying focused. And today in part 3, we're going to talk about giving your time to improving who you are as a person, examining your ways. So we're going to focus on 3 very important areas on today: the heart, the body, and the mind. The heart, the body, and the mind. The first area that we're going to talk about is the heart. Now you may ask, why the heart? Well, I realized and I found out that a lot of times we're not blessed with the type of relationship that we want or when we desire it because our heart contains a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy, and a lot of selfishness. Now you may say, I don't have any envy and jealousy in my heart, but how many times have you been in public and you saw a loving couple and you had a smart comment to say about them, or you sneered your nose up at them? Is that not envy? Is that not jealousy? And I'm going to take it a step further. Since you've been single, how many times have you had a friend to be blessed to be in a loving relationship and you started feeling some type of way? Is that not envy? Is that not jealousy? Did you think, oh, how did she get that relationship, or she doesn't deserve that? Is that not envy? Is that not jealousy? It is. So throughout this journey, when you find yourself feeling these type of ways or saying these type of things, you have to check yourself. You have to examine your ways. You have to make sure that you have a clean heart and the right spirit while you're going through this living single and satisfied journey. Because if not, you're only prolonging being in the relationship that you desire. So that's one thing that we need to really examine as we go throughout this process or we go throughout this journey. Examine your heart. What type of feelings do you have in your heart when it comes to other relationships that you see in public or other loving couples that you cross paths with throughout this journey? How do you feel when you see those people? What type of feelings arise? Is it envy? Is it jealousy? Or is it happiness? Are you glad that they're blessed to be in a loving relationship? Because that's the type of feelings that we should have when we see other loving couples. You know, whether you're in a relationship or not, you should be happy that someone finds love. So the heart is the first area we need to work on improving while we're living single and satisfied. And the second area is the body. We need to make sure we continue to look presentable even though we're not in a relationship. Just as they say you shouldn't let yourself go once you get into a relationship, you shouldn't let yourself go once you get out of a relationship. Continue to look presentable. I don't care if you're going to Walmart for a quick run or to the grocery store to pick up a couple of things. Comb your hair. Put on some clothes. I'm not saying you have to have your face slayed and you have to have your hair fried, dyed, and laid to the side. But please, people, stop walking out of the house with rollers in your hair and in your sleepwear. How do you think you're going to get a mate looking like that? How many men do you think are going to approach you if you're looking like someone who they need to give change to? No man is going to approach you. So it's very important that you keep yourself looking presentable. You don't have to be dressed up. You don't have to wear a lot of fancy and name brand clothes. But please, as you're going through this single and satisfied journey, you have to look presentable. You have to continue to keep yourself looking good just in case you walk past a man who God has for you. Or you walk past a man who's interested in you. He's more likely to approach you if you look presentable. So that's one area. That's another area that we need to stay focused on, our body and how we present ourselves when we go out. Another area concerning our body is that we have to make sure our body is not run down before we get another mate or before we enter into the relationship that we desire. We do so much running around, while we're single that by the time we do find a mate, we're tired. We don't feel like going anywhere. Our body is worn out. And we have to stop that. And I know you want to go places. I know you want to stay entertained and busy. We have to make sure that we don't run our bodies so much that they are worn out by the time we do get into another relationship. So you have to think of your body as something precious, not to be used, misused, or abused. Take care of your body. Think about the choices that you're making when it comes to your body. Are they good choices? Are they positive choices? Are they choices that's going to keep my body in shape or preserve my body? And not only make sure that you're not misusing your body, but also make sure you're not allowing anyone else to use, misuse, or abuse your body physically. So it's okay to do things, but do things in moderation. Make sure your body is not worn out but by the time you get into another relationship. So continue to keep your body looking presentable, and also think of your body as something precious, not to be used, misused, or abused. So that's the second thing we need to examine while we're on this living single and satisfied journey. The third thing is that we need to examine our mind. What kind of thoughts are we having throughout this process? What are we thinking about? Are we so focused on being single or being in a relationship that we can't enjoy this singleness journey? See, we have to make sure that we're thinking on whatever things are true, whatever things are honest, and whatever things are pure and lovely. Don't look at the negative side of living single and satisfied. Continue to keep thoughts of positivity. Think about the positive side of living single and satisfied and how you're improving yourself throughout this journey and how much better you're going to be, once you complete this journey or once, you get into another relationship. So those are the three things that we wanted to focus on today: the heart, the body, and the mind. Work on improving those areas as you grow throughout this journey. Work on your weaknesses. Work on ways to improve your weaknesses. Acknowledge your strengths and embrace those strengths. And you'll find yourself living more and more satisfied with yourself. So may God bless you, may God keep you, and I hope you enjoyed part 3 of Living Single and Satisfied, which is giving your time to improving who you are. Showers of blessings.